Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we have a brand new video which is a review of the Luke Skywalker Legacy Lightsaber hilt. And this thing is gorgeous. I think, when you don't have the blade attachment, I think it is very accurate to the actual prop itself. For a Legacy saber, that's not always a common outlook of things. So I'm glad that they actually kind of got this one pretty close. Obviously not as close as a Theory Saber from theorysabers.com, which is the best lightsabers in the market. But, NeoPixels just are going to be more expensive because you're paying for that quality. And I have a lot of things that I need to get, so I just decided to stick with, a lower budget, which, Theory Sabers has lower budget sabers, but they're not replica sabers. So if you want like a replica saber at a really, really low cost, then Legacy sabers are the absolute best for the price. Because Force Effects Elite, those I'd say are a complete ripoff and not worth the money. All they are Galaxy's Edge sabers with like a stand, and that's it. But like they're the same quality. They might have a couple more features, but like not really. They're just all kind of, the blaster effects are all the same. The ignition isn't signature to the saber. They're just poorly made. Where the Galaxy's Edge Legacy hilts, they're retail so that they can be mass produced, but they put heart into each saber. It's not just them pumping it out to pump it out, which people don't understand. Legacy sabers, they do have heart put into them, and every single one sounds different from the other. You could have the Luke one and the Qui-Gon Jinn one. Yeah, they're both green blades, but they sound different, have different clashes, different swings, different hums, because they match it to the character, which no other retail level saber does. Now, obviously, Neos are on another level, but that's honestly an entirely different market. And I don't like seeing people compare, retail sabers like these to Neos, because it's just not a fair judgment, because Neos are a completely separate thing, a completely separate market, where you could compare Neo to Neo, but, that's just wouldn't be fair, because these are made to be kind of mass-produced and put into retail, so it's just not the same. Without further ado, I will open this up and show you guys the hilt itself. So we have the Rebel Alliance logo here, and then the green background for the color of the crystal. And there it is. And I love the boxes of this. It's so in-universe, and it feels like this is what the saber would actually be in if it were really sold in Star Wars. So I absolutely love that about these. And I'll put the blade in and everything, it's a whole in-depth review here. So here's the hilt. It's absolutely incredible looking. This is so accurate. And for the price, this is a steal. I mean, honestly, this is it's so accurate. You have no idea. It really is. It's incredible. I get the blade attachment looks really bad, and I agree. I 100% agree. But just to have this prop replica means so much to me, and I'm sure many others who have had Luke Skywalker kind of be their hero their whole lives. And this weapon being the center of that, and then finally getting to own it yourself, it means a lot. This isn't just some lightsaber. This is Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, the lightsaber he used to defeat Darth Vader and restore peace to the galaxy. The one that showed up in The Mandalorian, and he used to take down all those dark troopers and save the Mandalorian and his crew. It means so much to us. And then, in Legends, in the EU, it's the centerpiece of the EU after Return of the Jedi. It's just always there. This is Luke's saber, and he's fought the Yuuzhan Vong with it. He's fought so many various, villains from the EU. So those stories too, and now it's finally in your hands, and it's like you own it now. It's the most peculiar feeling. But yeah, it's an incredible product. I'd say the control box is the only thing that I'd say on this isn't totally accurate. I think these are too spaced out. But I don't know. I'd have to really look at an image of the hilt itself. But everything else, it's just gorgeous. It's shiny. Here, I know the lighting isn't good, which I'm working on that. I'm trying to figure out, because I have a big monitor here. That's what I set my phone on. So I'm trying to figure out ways to get better lighting. But yeah, it even has the ring, like this is just great. And then you have the vent here, which is pretty good venting, to be honest. But yeah, to me, the whole reason why I even bought this is for the hilt. I didn't buy it for the effect or anything, and that's really when I buy sabers, because I bought that NeoPixel one and it's just soulless, because the soul of the saber to me is in the hilt. You can have whatever the coolest sound effects in the world on that kind of bland saber. It doesn't mean anything to me. What means something to me is, the beauty of and craftsmanship of the hilt, and that's what this is. So it's just so surreal. I haven't even gotten used to it yet, like actually owning it. I've demoed it at Disney quite a bit, but like actually owning it it's really cool, and it's still weird. It's like off the screen. It's still that like weird kind of breaking the fourth wall feel. Like it's so cool. It's crazy. But yeah, as for the hilt, it's absolutely beautiful and I love it. It's so worth the price. I mean, come on, $170, like that is not bad for a replica lightsaber. That is nothing, and you're not going to beat that price, anywhere. This is the most basic replica saber, and this looks better than some Neos. Obviously not the ones on theorysabers.com, but on other NeoPixel saber sites, I've seen some that just look worse than this. I'm going to be honest with you. This is just so well made and well crafted. Yeah, it's incredible. And this, I believe, is Gen 1 too. So with it being Gen 1, it's still amazing. So actually, I'll probably show you guys this. So in your box, and I guarantee you there's been someone who has been confused by this. You have this where the saber goes. You lift that up. And you have your blade attachment piece. And then what's funny is on the mold, they have the actual mold in there. And it says Luke on it. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, so this is your blade attachment piece. So obviously you can see that this kind of, it kind of breaks the immersion, which I agree, kind of. It doesn't really super bother me, but it's definitely noticeable. I mean, you have this like replica beautiful thing, and then this chonker. It's like double the size, probably more. But I'll show you kind of what that's like. So literally, just screw this off. Put that in there for now. And then you get this big boy. And you screw it on. There you go. Obviously, this is not ideal, but, again, it's retail. People who don't get marketing will try to compare this to Neos and be like, they could do blah, blah. Not how it works. You can produce Neos at big numbers, but like to mass produce at the level Disney does, it would be pretty expensive for them, and they're not going to do that. So it's a whole thing. Big companies, they would overcharge. If Disney were to have been the people to invent Neos, they'd be like $700 for like the most basic, for like RGB. Like I'm telling you, they would have pumped the crap out of Neos. So here's the blade. I have the 36-inch blade that I've had since 2021. Yeah, since 2021 when I bought my first Legacy Saber. I have 3 Legacies. Well, 4 now. 4 Legacy Sabers currently. Yeah, so I love that they give you this because NeoSabers, not NeoSabers, it's a company. NeoPixel lightsabers make you pay for a dust cap, and it's the most annoying thing ever. Except TheorySabers.com, best in the game, yet again, for NeoPixel lightsabers. Theory's goated. Alright, so the blade's in. And this one's pretty, like, tight, decently tight. So just be gentle, but be kind of forceful when you're attaching your blade because it's, you know, a very compact blade design. Here we go. Shut this off. Yikes, the color didn't adjust at all. That's crazy. But it's like perfect green. I'd say it's probably a little too lime. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's interesting. It's like, yeah, I think it's a little brighter of a green in the movies, probably more like this, but not as much, you know? See, but if you're holding it here, like, come on. Come on. Okay. Turn this back on. Oh. Try not to hit that. Here we go. So you can hear this flash sound. That ignition, dude. It's like the perfect saber. That's my favorite saber ignition, is the Luke Skywalker Return of the Jedi one. That, it's like that high-pitched burst. So cool. So cool, dude. Whoa. Come on. Like, it's still, I know it's not NeoPixel, but come on. Like, that's still, the ignition's better than RGB. It doesn't just turn on and off like a flashlight. It goes up, you know, goes back down. So I guess that's one thing, you know. One thing. Didn't make the sound. That's weird. Oh. Because I blocked the speaker. Yeah, of course. That makes sense, Zane. Okay, then we switch it back. Okay. Set that back in there. Put the replica back on. My favorite. This is it. This is why I bought it, dude. It's for this. This is why. You know? That's crazy. And I didn't explode my bank account. I actually was gonna buy a Theory Saber. And I will at some point, but you know, I have like 3 huge things I was saving up for, and that would not have been the most financially smart decision. So yeah, but if you have saved up already and you want the best in the game, TheorySabers.com has the best, most accurate lightsabers you will find on the face of the earth. And, you know, it comes with the stand and the blade plug and the, you know, hilt obviously, and the blade and the charger. It comes with everything you need with your saber. So, that does come into account for pricing. It can be more reasonable, with that said. And they're the best priced in the market. You're not going to find NeoPixel sabers that are cheaper than that for the quality that you're given. And he has 3 exclusive font packs, which is the prequel font pack, original font pack, sequel font pack, streaming font pack, and games font pack. So he actually has 5 exclusive font packs with music by Jacob Cadmus and Samuel Kim, but mainly Samuel Kim, I believe. Mainly Samuel Kim and a few by Jacob Cadmus. And those sabers and font packs are, again, the absolute best on the face of the earth. You will not find any better. You will not find any better sound fonts. You will not find any better sabers. If you have around $400 plus to spend on a saber, TheorySabers.com has literally anything you need. So yeah. But this is great for like a cheap, like money-wise cheap saber, $170. This is really, 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 really good. And I'd say that for all legacy lightsabers. Like, if you're like, I don't have $400 to spend on HILTs and whatever, and I see that's all I'm seeing online, and don't worry about it. Just, if you happen to be near Disney World or Disneyland, get one of these because they're the best for their price. Do not buy those stupid Force Effects Elite lightsabers. They are really bad. And this destroys the Force Effects Elite version by a mile. The Force Effects Elite version looks like plastic, and you can see the shine on this one in the metal and the craftsmanship. And yeah, so this absolutely obliterates Force Effects Elite, and I think every way. I wouldn't even say it's comparable, dude. It's like so obviously that this one's better. It's just people love to hate on these because they have an affiliation with Disneyland, and I don't think that's fair. These are really great as, well-priced replica sabers. And this, like I said, this hilt means the world and more to me. And to finally own it is incredible. It's really great. And then I have the Skywalker saber. That's the Force Awakens version. I have Plo Koon's lightsaber, and I have Darth Vader's lightsaber, which Plo Koon and Vader, and actually all 3 of those, the hilt designs themselves are better than some Neos. I'm not gonna lie. Like the Darth Vader one, all Darth Vader NeoPixel sabers have this stupid big plaque on them that they include for some reason. I don't know why, but they do. And on the Galaxy's Edge one, it's not. And I'd say that that's probably the most, the third closest to Vader's actual hilt. Because there are very few Vader hilts that don't have the big plaque on them. So, I'm saying that one is really good. And Plo Koon, you cannot find Plo Koon Neos hardly anywhere, at least from what I've seen. So, obviously that would be a go-to, but I don't think they sell they don't sell Plo Koons anymore. They don't sell the Skywalker one anymore. But the Skywalker one, you could find Neos at every price range, basically. So TheorySabers.com, again, has that exact one, Neo pixelized. But yeah, this was an incredible purchase. I'm very happy with it. One day we'll get a Theory Saber of some sort. Probably the Annie 2 or what else? Annie 3 or I got the Luke. So I'd have to think of, there's so many. It's so hard to choose like one. But it honestly would probably be between Annie 2 or Annie 3. or the Negotiator TV edition, which is the Obi-Wan Kenobi hilt from the show. And I think that one's the best version of Obi-Wan's hilt because it like combines the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy into one hilt. So it's like so cool, and it's weathered, and yeah, it's awesome. But as for this guy, amazing purchase. I love it. So honestly, the Disney Parks merchandise guys are killing it right now. I'm going to be honest, because they started the Galactic Archive series. They have Black Series. They have the Legacy Sabers. They have, you know, the holocrons, and they have the crystals and the Savi's attachments. And they really are, you know, making us fans happy, you know, with their decisions, which is great. Coming from Disney, that's a very rare thing. But their marketing team for Star Wars at their parks is just, they're blowing it out of the park. You know, every time I'm there, I see so many things that just look really cool. You know, obviously I can't get them all, but I picked the ones that mean the most to me. So this was definitely up there. So yeah, with that said, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, share. Hope you enjoyed this one. And I will see you in the next video. Till the next time, may the Force be with you always.